Cinderella's Midnight Magic. Once in the heart of a small kingdom, there lived a young woman named Cinderella. She was known far and wide for her enchanting beauty and kind heart, but she lived a life of servitude under her wicked stepmother and two jealous stepsisters. One sunny morning, as Ella was tending to her chores, a letter arrived at their modest cottage. It was an invitation to the grand royal ball, hosted by Prince Edmund, who was in search of a bride. Ella's heart soared with the prospect of attending the ball, but her wicked stepmother, Lady Prudence, and her stepsisters, Beatrice and Arabella, were determined to keep her from the event. As the day of the ball approached, Ella's hopes began to fade. She longed to attend, but her stepmother piled more chores upon her, making it impossible for her to prepare. Ella found herself in the garden, where she sat wearily by the well, her tears mingling with the water's reflection. It was then that a soft voice whispered from within the well, "Ella, my child, why do you weep?" Startled, Ella peered into the well and saw a shimmering figure that seemed to be made of starlight. It was her fairy godmother, who had been watching over her all these years. With a wave of her wand, she transformed Ella's ragged dress into a magnificent gown, her worn shoes into sparkling glass slippers, and a pumpkin into an exquisite carriage. Before sending Ella on her way, the fairy godmother warned, "You must leave the ball before midnight, for that is when the magic will fade." Ella arrived at the royal ball, and as she entered the grand palace, all eyes turned to her. Prince Edmund was captivated by her beauty and grace, and they danced the night away. Ella's heart swelled with joy, and for the first time in a long while she felt truly alive. But as the clock struck midnight, Ella remembered the warning and fled from the palace, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The prince was determined to find the owner of the mysterious slipper, and he declared that he would marry the one whose foot fit the glass shoe. The search for the elusive owner of the glass slipper brought the prince to Ella's cottage. Lady Prudence and her daughters tried to deceive him, but the glass slipper refused to fit anyone but Ella. Finally, she was brought forth, and the slipper slid perfectly onto her foot. Prince Edmund recognized her instantly and knew that he had found the love of his life. They were married in a grand ceremony, and Ella's stepsisters and stepmother were not invited. Ella forgave them, proving that kindness could overcome cruelty. As Cinderella and Prince Edmund ruled the kingdom with love and compassion, their story continued to inspire all who heard it. The kingdom prospered under their wise and just rule, and they were beloved by their subjects. Cinderella's stepsisters, Beatrice and Arabella, eventually realized the error of their ways. They regretted their cruelty and the pain they had caused Ella, who had shown them kindness even when they didn't deserve it. They sought forgiveness and were welcomed into the royal palace, where they learned to be better people under Cinderella's guidance. Ella's fairy godmother continued to watch over her, appearing from time to offer guidance and support. She reminded Ella and the prince that true magic was not in wands or glass slippers, but in the love and kindness they shared. Cinderella and Prince Edmund's love deepened with each passing day, and they had several children, raising them with the same kindness and generosity that had defined their own lives. The glass slipper that had brought them together remained a cherished symbol of their enduring love. Years passed, and the kingdom continued to thrive under the reign of Cinderella and Prince Edmund. Their children grew into kind and responsible young princes and princesses, each with their own unique talents and interests. The royal family was known for their benevolence and dedication to their people. One day, a neighboring kingdom faced a terrible famine, and the ruler, King Frederick, sought help from his neighboring monarchs. Prince Edmund and Cinderella, being well aware of the importance of kindness and compassion, immediately sent aid to the suffering kingdom. Their generous assistance saved countless lives and fostered lasting friendships between the two realms. As time went on, the glass slipper became a cherished heirloom, a symbol of the love that had brought Cinderella and Prince Edmund together. It was displayed in the Grand Palace, a reminder to all of the magical and heartfelt story that had unfolded within those very walls. Cinderella's stepsisters, Beatrice and Arabella, continued to grow as better people, following Ella's example of kindness. They, too, contributed to the kingdom's well-being, and their transformed characters inspired others to change their ways. The legacy of Cinderella and Prince Edmund lived on not just within the kingdom but throughout the land. Their story was shared from generation to generation, proving that even in the face of adversity, true love, kindness, and a little touch of magic could create a lasting and beautiful happily ever after.